I'm not comfortable with it, है ना? If you discomfort, then you are not going to spend time with a particular subject. I mean, it's very similar with humor also, right? If you like somebody, even if they do not like you, then also you are going to spend time with them, है ना? And eventually, हो ना हो, थोड़ा बहुत तो बन जाएगा एक दूसरे का, fine. That's the same thing. Like maybe chemistry does not give you marks right now, but if you are comfortable with chemistry, if you are comfortable with studying chemistry, then you will spend time with chemistry, and when you spend time with chemistry, slowly it is going to evolve. देखिए बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में ना आई ऑलवेज टेल यू दिस अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर ग्राफ. आई डोंट नो वेदर आई हैव टोल्ड यू गाइस और नॉट, बट आई जनरली टेल माय स्टूडेंट्स दैट जनरली सब्जेक्ट्स में जो ग्राफ होता है दैट लर्निंग एंड हाउ मच मार्क्स यू आर गेटिंग, यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट, इट इज काइंड ऑफ लाइक दिस. बट ना दैट मीन्स देयर इज अ लीनियर, व्हाट आई वुड से, देयर इज अ लीनियर ग्रोथ इन इट. जितना आप पढ़ते जाइए, जितना आप समझते जाइए, जितना टाइम देंगे आप, उतना ही आपको मिलता चला जाएगा, मिलता चला जाएगा, मिलता चला जाएगा. केमिस्ट्री में ना द ग्राफ इज समथिंग लाइक दिस. इनिशियली the amount of time you are giving, उतना आपको आउटपुट नहीं मिलेगा, फॉर श्योर नहीं मिलेगा इनिशियली. व्हेन यू स्टार्ट विद मोल कंसेप्ट, एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर, लाइमन सीरीज, बाल्मर सीरीज, हाइजेनबर्ग अनसर्टेनिटी प्रिंसिपल, याद है? अली, शाइमा एंड जैनब, डू यू गाइस रिमेंबर दोस
Yes,
डेज?
sir.
है ना?
Yes, sir.
नथिंग मेक्स सेंस एट दैट टाइम, राइट? एंड देन यू स्टार्ट अगेन विद पीरियोडिक क्लासिफिकेशन में नए नए टर्म्स ही आते चले जा रहे हैं ना. टाइम टू इन्वेस्ट, यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट द टाइम, but the output will not be that much. But slowly, what will happen, or I mean, chemistry, it evolves with you, and slowly you get a bigger picture about chemistry. And one of the major reason is because this is the first class you are studying chemistry. Like in the previous classes in ninth and 10th, the only expectation that I have from my students is that when I write Na, they should know that it is sodium. है ना? When I write Cl, they should know that it is chlorine. है ना? इतना भी नहीं तो कम से कम I expect this much that when I write Na and sodium, then they हाँ sodium होता है, हाँ ठीक ठीक ठीक. At least they should have this reaction. Even if they do not remember, even if they cannot retain, but when I tell them the answer, they should know. Okay, fine. हाँ, this is sodium, chlorine. है ना? When I write Br, it is bromine. When I write C, this is carbon and all. Atomic mass, atomic number कुछ नहीं चाहिए रहता, वो अभी इसी बार में हो जाएगा सारा, है ना? 11th क्लास में. So this is the only thing that we did. But if you think subjects like physics or subjects like mathematics or subject like biology, you have a history with them, right? You have studied physics from, I don't know, I think from 6, 7 standard में speed वगैरह आपको calculate करना, distance upon time 7th class में, right? So you have certain interaction, you had certain interaction with physics, with biology, with mathematics की तो बात ही नहीं है भैया. आपने बोलना शुरू किया, people would have started with mathematics. भैया, you have to learn the tables, you have to do addition, subtraction. So you have long history with these things. Chemistry is the new kid in the block. तो थोड़ा तो टाइम लगेगा नए बच्चे के साथ. Does this make sense, guys? Yes or no, please?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
चलिए. ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री स्टार्ट करने का जो तरीका है हमारा डिफरेंट. वी स्टार्ट विद अ क्वेश्चन, ठीक है ना? तो क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करेंगे सीधा. यू हैव नॉट टॉट एनीथिंग, बट आई हैव टू मच होप फ्रॉम यू गाइज. हमको अपने बच्चों पे बहुत ज्यादा उम्मीद रहती है. आई ट्राई टू मेक देम थिंक, आई ट्राई कि हम सारे के सारे जवाब आपसे ही निकालें. आई डोंट हैव टू टेल यू एनीथिंग, आई जस्ट नीड टू आस्क यू क्वेश्चन so that you can answer it. Hopefully you can answer these things, yes or no. How many sigma and pi bonds are present in each of the following molecules? क्या ख्याल है?
Yes, sir.
होगा? चलिए ठीक है, ट्राई कीजिए. नहीं होगा फिर हम लोग करेंगे, ठीक है? He will give me the answer for the A1 and then we will do the next thing. I have got one answer. Zainab, think a bit more. You have only considered one type of atoms. There are two types of atoms in both the questions. No, no, Zainab, no, no, no. You have only considering one type of atoms here. Carbon, carbon में ही देख रहे हैं आप लोग. But they are talking about all the sigma bonds and all the pi bonds. हाँ, Shaima, correct, very good. ठीक है, चलिए. Let us see. So in the A question, see the molecule here. It is not only these bonds, है ना? सिर्फ यही नहीं है यहाँ पर. We have carbon hydrogen bond also, so you have to consider that also, na? Triple bond carbon, and then single bond CH. This will be having one bond. Double bond with CH, and so I will make everything, and then single bond carbon with three bonds with hydrogen. ठीक है, देखिए जरा यहाँ पे आराम से देखते हैं. There is no problem here. So what you can see pi bond very easily. If you have a triple bond, the triple bond will, this is going to have 2 pi. This is going to have 1 pi. So overall, if I talk about the pi bonds, it is 3. Now what about the sigma? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Number of sigma bond, it is equal to 10. Now, obviously, this is very boring, है ना, to count all the sigma and all the pi bonds. Pi bond तो काफी आसान है. If you see, you are going to easily count it. Okay, fine. वो 2 pi, 3 pi, 1 pi, 2 pi, जो भी है. Now, what about the sigma bond? We can do something. यहाँ से देखिए जरा. If I count the total number of atoms here, ठीक है, total number of atoms. हमारे पास कितने एटम है यहाँ पे? तो 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we have total of 11 atoms, है ना? Total atoms कितने? 11. So number of sigma bond is quite easy. Number of sigma bonds. So by the way, this is only for open chain. है ना? If you are having ring, तो ये change हो जाएगा फॉर्मूला. Number of sigma bond, it is equal to number of atoms, number of atoms minus 1. ठीक है? I hope this will make things easy for you. The total number of atoms you are having is 11 minus 1. तो इसमें कितना जाएगा? 10. You can apply the same thing for the B structure and tell me. जल्दी से बताइए जरा. है ना? B के लिए तुरंत बता सकते हैं ना? Apply the formula, then we are going to check it. Pi bond बताइए. Turn your mic on and tell me. Number of pi bond, how much? Pi bond तो सही क्या होगा आप लोगों ने hopefully? Yes. 2 pi bond, very good. हाँ, नंबर ऑफ सिग्मा कितना हो जाएगा इसमें? काउंट द नंबर ऑफ एटम्स -1.
9 sigma.
9 सिग्मा बॉन्ड्स, है ना? तो हम लोग थोड़ा देख भी लेते हैं. सो हियर वी हैव कार्बन with 2 hydrogens, double bond with carbon, double bond with carbon, and it is having a single bond with hydrogen, and this is having carbon, which is having triple bond with, sorry, no, 3 different bonds with hydrogen. Let's count the sigma. So sigma के लिए 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, है ना? So here we are having 9 sigma bonds, है ना? So this formula works. What about cyclic molecules? Copy this down, raise your hand once you're done. Waiting for Ali and Shaima. Just waiting for Shaima. Shaima done?
No, sir, just a minute.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. ठीक है. चलिए. So for open chain we are done. Just take a third example, which is a closed chain structure. C, and I don't know whether you are aware of this bond line structure or not. हम लोग पढ़ेंगे वैसे bond line structure and everything. By the way, this is not benzene, है ना? Benzene में we are going to have double bonds. So what is this particular structure? So each point it denotes a carbon atom, and this carbon is having one bond with this carbon. This carbon is having one bond with this carbon. Carbon, 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 and then carbon carbon single bond. ठीक है? A carbon has a valency of 4, and it has to make 4 bonds. Now what we can see is all the carbon atoms here, they are making only 2 bonds. So what about the other 2 bonds? All of those 2 bonds will be made by hydrogen, and we do not show it in this bond line structure. So this is the actual structure. अभी आपको उस पर ध्यान नहीं देना है, how to convert bond line to open structure. We have to count the number of sigma and number of pi bonds. हाँ, तो यहाँ पे तो pi है नहीं. We're only going to count the number of sigma bond. ठीक है? Now, चलिए counting start करते हैं. Then we will see whether we can derive a particular formula or not. Let's start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If I calculate the formula for this, then it is C6H12, right? Each carbon atom is having 2 hydrogens, so H12. Does this make sense? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, and we can say that here number of sigma bond will be equal to number of atoms, total number of atoms. क्या ख्याल है देखिए? Here also we are having 18 atoms. है ना? This is when this is applicable in ring या closed chain. ठीक है? pi bond तो दिख जाता है आप लोगों को. So in this case, number of sigma bond it is equal to 18, and number of pi bond it is equal to 0. Let us suppose we have benzene. So do you guys know the formula for benzene?
C6H6.
Very good. C6H6. So number of sigma bond will be equal to how much? Number of pi bond how much? How many sigma?
6.
12 na? Total number of atoms. Make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? If you are not able to see each carbon atom, here it is having one hydrogen, है ना? तो ये that is why total number will be 12. Number of pi bond is 3. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes or no?
Yes.
E structure, I am writing the name. Don't worry about the name right now. एक बार बस देख लेना आपको. Toluene. What is toluene, sir? So when benzene has one CH3 group on it, this is known as toluene. चलिए यहाँ पर अब आपके पास ओपन चेन और क्लोज चेन दोनों है. आप यू कैलकुलेट द each carbon atom here it is having one hydrogen, है ना? So you tell me how many sigma bond is present, how many pi bond is present, and whether we can have any formula, है ना? अब तो आपको थोड़ा सा आइडिया लग जाएगा फॉर्मूला कैसे निकालना है. चलिए do this toluene for me. Number of sigma and pi bonds for toluene. Yes. So, Shaima, any formula that we can have? Oh, 16 अली, एक बार फिर से देख लीजिए जरा. Don't have formula, count and tell me. अभी ठीक है. फाइन. सो जैनब, आपको मिला नंबर ऑफ सिग्मा? यस जैनब. 9 सिग्मा बॉन्ड. काउंट कर रहे हैं यार आप लोग ठीक से. देखिए 1 2 3 4. दिस बॉन्ड इज ऑल्सो सिग्मा. 5 6 7 8 9 10. This bond will be again 11 12. Then this bond 13 14. Then this bond 15. Zainab, does it make sense?
So I forgot to take the other one.
I don't know what you said. आवाज नहीं आई आपकी सही से, but hopefully you understood what you did wrong. Sigma bond will be equal to how much? 15 sigma bonds, है ना? Now if you see the formula for toluene, the toluene's formula will be C6 and H5 for the benzene, for the phenyl ring, है ना? Substituted benzene. Here we had hydrogen. Hydrogen के बदले क्या आ चुका है? CH3, है ना? So here we have here one hydrogen less. Instead of hydrogen, we are having CH3. है ना? So C6H5CH3 will have the structure. Toluene, after ये structure, all of these are same thing. Number of atoms is equal to how much? 15. Total number of atoms कितने हैं? Total atoms.
15.
हाँ, total atoms it is equal to 15, है ना? So for this also, that means if I have ring and open chain both in the same structure, जब भी ring आ जाए, no matter whether there is open chain or not, if there is a ring, that means the number of sigma 1 will be equal to total number of atoms. Okay, fine, Zainab. But can you see something? Wait a second. इसको जरा पढ़िए जरा. Can you read this question, Zainab? Turn your mic on and read this.
In each of the following molecules.
Okay, fine. Sometimes it is not picking up your voice. ठीक है, fine. You can type on the chat. चलिए, can I move on? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Next समझिएगा जरा. Hybridization of carbon atoms. We are not going to do the complete hybridization. We are basically going to just revise things. Hybridization of carbon atoms. Now, in organic chemistry, carbon atom ही आपको मिलेंगे. Majority of the times you will have carbons. And I will divide this. I'm going to make a table. It's not picking up the blue ink. हाँ. कार्बन कैसे मिलेगा आपको? नंबर ऑफ सिग्मा आप बताइएगा, नंबर ऑफ पाई आप बताइएगा. Then I will take what type of bond is present, and then we will talk about the hybridization. ठीक है? We'll talk about the hybridization. And percentage S character भी हम लोग देख लेंगे. I hope you guys remember this from the chemical bonding chapter. Now, carbon can be found in this particular form. That means all sigma bond. There will be 4 bonds for carbon. All bonds are sigma. There is 0 pi. So what is a double bond? Only single bond is present. What is the type of bond? Only single bond. And when only single bond is present, the hybridization will be sp3. Does this remind you guys of something? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now the percentage as character will be 25%. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. याद है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now carbon can be having one double bond, and the rest of the bonds will be single. So 2 bonds are done, 2 bond remaining. So those 2 will be single bonds. So number of sigma is how much? 3 sigma 1 pi. Total bonds कितने होने चाहिए? 4 ना. 3 sigma 1 pi. Now for bond type क्या बोल सकते हैं हम? There is at least one double bond is present. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ला ला है ना, एक डबल बॉन्ड है. Hybridization will be sp2 and the percentage S character will be 33.33 percentage. Now next is if I have a carbon triple bond and there is will be one single bond यहाँ पे, तो एक आपके पास यहाँ पे कितने? There is 2 sigma and there are 2 pi bonds. The type of bond that we are having here is one triple bond. One triple bond will be having a hybridization of sp. The percentage S character will be 50%. So we can have one more type in which carbon it is having two double bonds. Not CO2. I don't want to write CO2. I mean CO2 is one of the examples where the carbon is having two double bonds. In this case also there is 2 sigma and there are 2 pi bonds. On each side there is 1 sigma 1 pi, 1 sigma 1 pi. The type of bond that we can talk about here is there are 2 double bonds. The hybridization is going to be sp again, है ना? Is there any doubt? Anyone else who cannot hear my voice, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Shama, you were able to hear me all along? The complete thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Just let me know if you have any doubt here. यहाँ पे देख लीजिएगा. Hybridization will be sp and the percentage S character will be again the same thing, that is 50%. इसको कॉपी कर लीजिए. फिर हम लोग हाइब्रिडेशन देखते हैं. कार्बन एटम से सवाल देखेंगे हम लोग. Waiting for Ali and Ali, Shaimas and all of you guys. Done everyone? Very good. चलिए, let us see a question. ठीक है, आप लोगों को थोड़ा आराम आराम से चलना है ना. See, this is a question, and what is the type of hybridization in each of the following, each carbon in the following compounds, है ना? जितने भी carbon atoms है, in all of the following compounds, we have to talk about the hybridization. First of all, how to make this structure, है ना? I mean, you cannot just look at the structure and talk about the hybridization, fine? So first of all, you have to have an idea on how to make the structures. I will tell you. See, carbon have to make 4 bonds. 4 बॉन्ड उसको बनाने हैं, है ना? डबल बनाए ट्रिपल बनाए उससे मतलब नहीं, 4 बॉन्ड इट हैज टू मेक. नाइट्रोजन हैज टू मेक 3 बॉन्ड्स एंड ऑक्सीजन इट हैज टू मेक 2 बॉन्ड्स. ये याद रखिएगा, उससे आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगा. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी हैलोजन, हैलोजन विल मेक हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स? ओनली 1 बॉन्ड. द हाइड्रोजन इट विल मेक हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स? ओनली 1 बॉन्ड, है ना? इन ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन इजीली रिमेंबर. कार्बन 4 बॉन्ड बनाएगा, नाइट्रोजन 3, ऑक्सीजन 2. Whenever they are in their neutral state, and obviously if there are charges present, then it can, the number of bonds can change. ठीक है, ध्यान से देखिए जरा. Now all of these are uncharged, यहाँ पे कोई चार्ज है नहीं. Now we have carbon. तो कार्बन में आपने चार रख दिया इस तरह से, 4 बॉन्ड तो ये बनाएगा, है ना? You can see that here we have hydrogen. अच्छा जरूर, अच्छा wait a second, let me tell you guys. Now carbon here it is having uh, 3 hydrogens and 1 chlorine. तो यहाँ पर आप ए स्ट्रक्चर में आसानी से कह सकते हैं that carbon will be making only single bond, because कोई डबल बॉन्ड और ट्रिपल बॉन्ड वाला, we do not have any atom which is going to form double bond or triple bond. Hydrogen forms single bond, hydrogen forms single bond, hydrogen forms single bond. Chlorine, which is a halogen, is going to form a single bond. Now here we have all single bonds. Yes or no? Please tell me. So what will be the hybridization for this carbon atom?
sp3.
Very good.
sp3.
Does this make sense? sp3. Very good. B केस में देखिए, here we have CO. Now this carbon and oxygen are bonded. आप इसको ऐसे बना दीजिए, C and single bond O ही रखिए अभी. We do not have to make double bond right now. And you can see that this carbon atom, it is attached with CH3 two times. So here also it is having CH3, and here is also it is having CH3. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
है ना? Now we have made all the atoms. Yes or no? Is there any atom remaining?
No.
No, right? But we can see that this carbon atom, its valency, it has not been completed, not been satisfied. This oxygen atom's valency has also not been satisfied. So यहाँ पे what we are going to do, we are going to make a double bond. See, we do not have to do this like इस तरह से करना होता नहीं है, but right now it should make sense to you guys, ना? That is why I'm telling you each and every step. है ना? You do not have to do this always. You will remember these things. कि CO आ गया तो you will make C double bond O. That does this make sense? Yes or no, please tell me. है ना? If you get somewhere anywhere CO, तो C double bond O होगा. याद रहेगा? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now we have 3 carbon atoms. चलिए इस कार्बन एटम के बारे में पहले बताइए. सिंगल बॉन्ड, डबल बॉन्ड, ट्रिपल बॉन्ड कुछ है? तो फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम, व्हाट इज
No.
देयर? सिंगल बॉन्ड.
Single
Single
bond.
bond.
Single bond. So sp3. What about this carbon atom?
Double bond.
One double
One
bond.
double bond. हाँ, one double bond है ना? You have to keep things in this type of stable बताना है ना? Double bond नहीं बोलिएगा, one double bond है ना? So one double bond means what is the hybridization?
sp2.
sp2. Very good. And this will be again single bonds only, so it is going to be sp3. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here we have 2 carbon atoms. The first carbon, it is joined with 3 hydrogens. Very good. 3 hydrogens, hydrogen and hydrogen. Then it is bonded with carbon. Then this carbon is again bonded with nitrogen. I have made all the atoms. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Any atom with unsatisfied valency?
Yes.
Which one?
Carbon and nitrogen.
Very good. Carbon and nitrogen. So we are going to make a triple bond. Now the conditions is satisfied. The valencies are satisfied. Carbon is now making 4 bonds. Nitrogen is making 3 bonds. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Alish, Zainab.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Now tell me. What is the hybridization for this carbon atom?
Single
sp3.
bond.
What? Sorry, sp3 na? And what about this carbon atom? What about this carbon atom?
sp.
sp.
Very good. sp. चलिए ठीक है. अब देखिए जरा यहाँ पे we have already seen that is CO. I hope you know what is CO. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes,
है ना?
sir.
As soon as you see CO, C double bond O, and one atom will be hydrogen, and the other atom will be nitrogen with 2 hydrogens. ठीक है. Is there any atom with unsatisfied valency?
Yes.
Which one?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is having 3 bonds. It is satisfied. है ना?
Yes, sir.
Right? Ali, Zainab. Acha. Anything
Yes.
else? Tell me. है ना? It is satisfied. Now this carbon atom, tell me what will be the hybridization for this carbon?
sp.
sp2.
sp2. One double bond ना? It will be sp2. ठीक है? Fine. Now we E. ध्यान से देखिए जरा. So here we have carbon with 3 hydrogens. Then we are having a single bond, carbon, 1 hydrogen, and there is a double bond, carbon, 1 hydrogen, and then there is a carbon which is having. अच्छा जब भी अब CN आ जाए तो C triple bond N. Yes or no? Please tell me. बार बार सेम चीज तो हम लोग नहीं करेंगे है ना? Whenever we have CN तो C triple. Here we did not have CN, we had NH2 है ना? तो CN आ जाए you will have C triple bond N. Now we'll start. This carbon atom, tell me what will be the hybridization for this carbon?
sp3.
sp3.
sp3. Very good. What about this carbon atom?
sp2.
sp2. Very good. What about this carbon atom?
sp2.
sp2.
sp2. Very good. What about this carbon atom?
sp.
sp only है ना? ट्रिपल बॉन्ड आ गया तो ठीक है. चलिए कॉपी दिस डाउन. होपफुली दिस मेड सेंस टू यू गाइस है ना? अब आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा you have, this is known as condensed structure. We are just now going to do the same thing, the representation of organic molecule. Anyways, how can we represent organic molecules in different ways? So this format is known as condensed structure. जल्दी लिखिए. Let me know once you're done. अच्छा, by the way, one thing that you have to do after every class is to do all the problems, है ना? Please दोबारा you take your pen, you take a paper, draw all these structures, because organic chemistry is very much about drawing structures. The more you are comfortable with drawing structures, the more you will be comfortable with organic chemistry. Concepts याद करना, इधर उधर की बातें कुछ नहीं है. People will tell you organic chemistry is all memorization. Fine, but you have to draw structures. ठीक है? It is not a kind of memorization how you memorize a Suratul Ghashiyah or Surah Buruj, that you sit with the Quran and you keep on reciting, keep on reciting, keep on reciting. It's not that type of memorization. It's a memorization how you have memorized to ride a bicycle, how you have memorized to ride a bike. Do you know how to drive? Ali, Shaima, Zainab. Anyone here who knows to drive bike or at least car? कुछ भी आता है किसी को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all of you guys know how to drive car.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
You have memorized things, ना भाई? Correct? Yes or no? अच्छा, वो छोड़ दीजिए. चाय बनाने आता है? Do you know how to make tea?
No,
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. That is also memorization, ना? Or is it something else? समझना होता है क्या उसमें कुछ? कंसेप्चुअल चीज है क्या? मतलब ऐसा कंसेप्चुअल चीज तो नहीं है? अली शायमा, it's just a sequence of things that you have to do, algorithm, right? A flow chart rate of thing. It's the same thing for organic chemistry. It is memorization. I complete. Each and everything is memorization. यदि याद ना रहे अगर कोई concept भी तो क्या? If you do not remember the formula for the projectile motion, what is the use? You will derive the complete thing in the examination or what? If you do not, banking of road है आप लोग के syllabus में? Banking of road in physics,
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
है ना? If you do not know those things, जितना concept आ जाए आपको, जितना बढ़िया से समझा दे किसी चीज को, but if you are not able to apply it, you can only apply it only if you समझाएंगे भी कैसे? बेहतरीन मास्टर तो वो है ना, he does not need any book and he is easily teaching you the concept. How will he teach if he has not memorized it? I mean, memorization का मतलब क्या है? You know something and you are able to retain it. That's it. Fine. तो ये इन चक्करों में मत पड़िएगा कि यार यहाँ याद करना पड़ता है. आप लोग को ड्राइंग करनी है. You have to draw things. Forget about memorization. Let me know once you're done. Waiting for Shaima and Zainab. I will tell you, like in my 12th standard, my like the main interest in the chemistry, it came in 12th standard itself. Like till my 11th standard, physics was my favorite subject. I used to like really like physics, but chemistry became favorite when I went to 12th standard. Now, what I did in 12th standard for organic chemistry was I used to attend the coaching, and वहाँ पे हमने टीचर से कह दिया, sir, I will attend your classes twice because क्या ही शर्माना हुआ आप लोग से. I was not really studious. I mean, I could not make myself sit and like study, but I had to study, so I have to think of something. But I really used to enjoy the classes, so I just asked him that just tell me some a class where you have at least one seat left, and I will attend your classes twice. And I attended all the classes twice. I made the notes twice. I did the problem, each and every problem, like the problem we had already done in the previous class. I realized the same problem. I am doing it with the same intensity because I knew that this is the only time when I'm going to study. And I made a deal that I will not study chemistry at all after this. I will take the classes twice. दो बार एक बार हमने पढ़ा दूसरी बार पढ़ा and hopefully I will be able to retain it. And the only study that I used to do was before the examination. Unit test हुआ तो उस टाइम पढ़ लिया थोड़ा रिवाइज करने के लिए. If there is any examination in the coaching, then उस टाइम पढ़ लिया. So right now ये very good thing that is recording, है ना. बस रिकॉर्डिंग. लेकिन बट आई यूज टू दो कॉपी है नोट्स की, नॉट सिंगल. मतलब एक पेज एक नहीं है, दो. You have to do the things with the same intensity because I know that I was not going to give time to chemistry after these two classes at all. Because you have to do it with the same intensity, है ना. But hope मतलब the teacher was in front of me. That is why I was writing things obviously. अब आप जब रिकॉर्डिंग सुनेंगे तो आप तो वहां पे कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, है ना. बट ट्राई कीजिएगा that even if you look at the recordings, don't watch them. You take a class, है ना. वो क्लास लेने की तरह रखिए. You are writing the notes and everything. चलिए, moving on with the representation of organic molecules. Representation of organic molecules. एक तो representation हम लोग ये पढ़ रहे हैं, and we will also learn one more type of representation. So right now we are just showing the structural formula. Structural formula means like we are showing the structure of a particular organic molecule. We are not really dealing about the where the atom is present in the space, because each and every molecule is going to be three-dimensional, and we have our sheets or paper or the screen in 2D. So we have to represent things which is 3D in 2D. But we are not going to do that right now. 3D 2D वाला खेल यहाँ पे भी नहीं है. We are just representing the structures. What are the different ways in which we can represent the structures? So there are three different ways in which you can represent the organic molecules. Okay, there are three different ways. देखिए जरा. First way, लिखिएगा structural formula. Next is condensed formula. Next is bond line structure. ठीक है. Now I will take a simple molecule that is C3H8. यहाँ पे भी हम लोग C3H8 लेंगे. Here also we are going to take C3H8. Now when we have C3H8, hopefully you know that this is propane. Here we are going to have three carbon atoms like this, and each carbon atom will be having hydrogen, three hydrogen. This will be having two hydrogens. This will be having hydrogens. When we write this in condensed formula, we can write it in two different forms. We can write it like this: CH3, single bond CH2, single bond CH3, or we can write it like this: CH3 and then CH2 and then CH3. Right? अच्छा, bond line में we just write it like this. ठीक है, बहुत आराम से समझते हैं. Don't write anything. What do we do in structural formula? We show all bonds and all atoms. Show all bonds and all atoms. In this case, we show only atoms and not bonds. In condensed formula, see, we are only showing the atoms. है ना. ये form जो है ना, this is not purely condensed. Condensed में भी दो form होते हैं, partially condensed, fully condensed. So this is the condensed, exact condensed जो आपको generally you will see. Now what you have seen here, in these cases you can see the CH3Cl, CH3 twice CO. So they do not really show the double bond, triple bond. मतलब generally नहीं show करते हैं the bond between CH carbon atoms. So show only, in this case what we are going to show only atoms and not bonds. You have to only show the atoms, you are not going to show the bonds. What about here in the bond line structure? Show only carbon carbon bonds. एक काम करते हैं, show only bonds, show only bonds, सारे bonds दिखाते हैं, all you have to show except CH bond. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Show only bonds और कौन से सारे bonds, atoms दिखाने ही नहीं है. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
आ रही बात समझ में?
Sir.
ठीक है. Now if you see here, this carbon atom, this is first carbon atom, this is my second carbon atom, and this is my third carbon atom. Tell me how many bond can you see? देखने वाली बात कर रहे हैं. CH तो है नहीं. You can see only one bond. Yes or no? Please tell me. From one carbon atom. Correct?
Yes.
So it will be having, this first carbon atom will be having 3 hydrogens. The number of hydrogen जो होंगे, number of hydrogen will be equal to 4 minus bonds. Whatever be the number of bonds you are having, उसमें आपने एक मतलब 4 minus the number of bonds कर लीजिए. So 4 minus 1, you will get 3 hydrogen. What about the second carbon atom? How many bonds you can see? 1 and 2. Correct? है ना? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
हाँ, so it will be having 2 hydrogen. What about the third carbon atom? How many hydrogen will this one be having?
3.
कितना
3
होगा?
hydrogen, sir.
3 hydrogen. Very good. Correct. Very good. चलिए, इसको जरा कॉपी कर ली. Obviously, this is quite concise. यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा हमने डिटेल नहीं बताया है. Like for example, if I have, धीरे धीरे आप सीख जाएंगे ना, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होगी आपको. बेसिक आइडिया आपको ये होना चाहिए, so that you can start working on the problems. Shaima's done, waiting for Ali and Zainab. आपको एक रिप्रेजेंटेशन दिया होगा, आपको बाकी दोनों लिखना है ना? Let me write a question. Draw the other two representations. चलिए इतना कीजिए, काफी होगा। You guys are going to send it on my WhatsApp, the answers? अली, शाइमा एंड जैनब, अगर नहीं हो रहा तो बताइए जरा। हो रहा है ना अली, शाइमा एंड जैनब?
Yes.
टेल मी गाइस। हाँ
Yes, sir.
कीजिए कीजिए।
So should we send it in your WhatsApp?
Yeah, send it to me on my WhatsApp. 2 more minutes, guys. Send me whatever you have done. I'm looking at your answers. Hmm, looks fine. Correct. Very good. Very good. सही है. Ali and Zainab waiting for your answers. Ali and Zainab. हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? Yes, Ali and Zainab. Oh my God. What happened? Ali, Zainab. अच्छा हुआ. Okay, okay, fine. I got it. हाँ. In the B structures, B के bond line में you miss the double bond, I guess, right? No problem in that. No problem. If you're not able to do, that's nothing wrong. चलिए ठीक है. सीख ही तो रहे हैं अभी, है ना? जस्ट तो स्टार्ट किया, आज ही तो पहली बार देखा होगा आप लोगों ने ये सब. ठीक है. होपफुली आई डोंट हैव टू मेक द व्हाट आई डू आई से द ओपन स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? द स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला तो नहीं बनाने की जरूरत है ना, ये वाली. अली, जैन, अली आपका आंसर नहीं आया अभी तक. अली, मैं ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
भेज रहे हैं आप आंसर? हाँ ना, जल्दी बता दीजिए ना, फिर
Yes,
हम
sir.
इंतजार करेंगे. तो भेज रहे हैं आप आंसर? ठीक है, भेजिए. फोन अम्मी के पास है, फोन अम्मी से ले लीजिए. खैर चलिए ठीक है. आप लेट मी नो, है ना, इफ यू हैव मेड इट करेक्टली और फाइनली. ठीक है. देखिए जरा. सो हाउ टू मेक द बॉन्ड लाइन स्ट्रक्चर. सो नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम काउंट करेंगे, 1 2 3 4 एंड 5. तो बस बढ़िया, 1 2 3 4 एंड 5. दीज आर द 5 कार्बन एटम्स. एंड 1 2 3, 3 और 4 के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड, 3 और 4 के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड. मेक सेंस? यस और नो? प्लीज टेल मी गाइस. आ रही बात समझ में,
Yes, sir.
है ना? अच्छा, बी वाला स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं. हियर वी हैव 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. ना 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. ठीक है. अच्छा, देखिए, जब 5 कार्बन आइटम है तो 2 पहाड़ है ना, देर आर 2 हिल्स. हाउ टू मेक इट? जनरली हम ऐसे सोचते हैं, इफ आई हैव ऑड नंबर ना, तो एक घटा दीजिए आप. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे 6 घटा के हाफ कर दीजिए, 3 पहाड़ बनाइए, यू विल हैव 7 कार्बन आइटम्स. ठीक है. हो जाएगा जल्दी जल्दी अब आप लोग से. फाइन. 7 तो 6, 6 का 3. 3 mountains you are going to make, and it will be what? It will be 7 carbon atoms. Now, first और second के बीच में double bond, second और third के बीच में double bond. I think Zainab, you missed this double bond, second third के बीच में. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, बाय द वे एक और चीज बस सुन लीजिएगा जरा. दिस कंडेंस स्ट्रक्चर जो हमने बनाया ना, इसको ऐसे भी लिखा जा सकता है CH2 डबल बॉन्ड कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड CH, एंड देन वी हैव अ सीरीज ऑफ CH2. तो इस CH2 को ऐसे लिखा जा सकता है, हाउ मेनी CH2 आर प्रेजेंट? 1 2 3 एंड देन CH3. इज दिस फाइन? यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए. Now in this C structure we have to make the condensed. So here we have 3 hydrogen, here we have 2 hydrogen, here we have 2 hydrogen, here we have 3 hydrogen. So this is basically CH3 CH2. अभी हम लोगों ने जस्ट सीखा, ट्वाइस कर देते हैं CH3. क्या ख्याल है? Does it make sense? Yes or no? ये समझ में
Yes.
आया? CH2 whole twice, हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, now here we have 3 hydrogen, here we have 2 hydrogen, here we have how many hydrogen? 2 hydrogen. Now here how many bonds this carbon atom is making? Zainab, आप बताइए जरा. This carbon atom is making how many bonds? What you can see?
Double bond,
So how many hydrogen?
2 hydrogens.
1 hydrogen. 4 minus number of bonds. है ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. Make sense? 1 hydrogen.
Yes, sir.
What about this carbon atom? ये आखिरी में भी कार्बन ही तो होगा, है ना? This will be carbon, है ना? जैसे यहाँ पे कार्बन है वैसे यहाँ पे कार्बन. So this carbon is making how many bonds?
1 bond.
2 bond. देखिए डबल बॉन्ड है ना यहाँ तो,
Yes, sir.
है ना? 2 bonds पक्का ना?
Yes, sir.
You're okay with 2 bonds?
Yes, sir.
So 2 bonds, that means how many hydrogen?
2 hydrogens.
2 hydrogens. Correct, very good. So you will be having CH3, then you will be having CH2, CH2, then CH, and then CH2. ठीक है? Ali, your answers were correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Let me know once you're done. Done? चलिए ठीक. Now we are going to look at the same thing. हाँ, representation ही देखना है हम लोग को, but we are going to see when we have just seen the carbon atoms, है ना? और नाइट्रोजन नाइट्रोजन आ जाए तो फिर कैसे होगा? ठीक है? So C D E. दिया है ना? यहाँ पे कैसे करेंगे? चलिए, नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन बता दीजिए यहाँ पे. हाउ मेनी हाइड्रोजंस? टर्न योर माइक ऑन एंड टेल मी. नो नीड टू राइट नाउ, है ना? समझिए बस. हाउ मेनी हाइड्रोजंस? जल्दी जल्दी. In this carbon, how many hydrogens here?
3.
3,
3 hydrogens. Very good. What about here? How many hydrogens?
2.
1.
हाँ, देखिए जरा. How many bond it is making? This carbon is making how many bonds?
3.
3
3
bonds.
bond.
So 1 hydrogen. Make sense?
Yes.
What about this carbon atom? How many hydrogens will be there?
1 hydrogen.
1.
1 hydrogen. Very good. What about this carbon atom? How many hydrogens?
3.
3.
3.
3 hydrogens. Very good. Correct. So now here we have 2 things. एक तो हमारे पास main chain है. Then we have branches. So branches, they are generally written in brackets, है ना? Brackets में लिखते हैं उसको. If you have more than 1 atom, जैसे Br को तो ऐसे लिख देंगे. जैसे for example we'll start with CH3. Then we will write CH, and then we will write Br, right? उसके बाद once again we are going to write CH. Then we are going to write in bracket NH2 because more than 1 atom, है ना? NH2, and then we are going to write CH3. अब अगर इस स्ट्रक्चर को देखें ना, तो यहाँ पे समझ में जनरली ये नहीं आता है that like कौन किससे अटैच्ड है. So what I generally say is, what you need to do is 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4 carbon. First of all, see without the brackets how many carbon atoms are there, है ना? Without the brackets how many carbon atoms? 4. तो 4 carbon atom बना लीजिए आप इस तरह से. फर्स्ट कार्बन में CH3 है, फाइन, इट्स वैलेंसी इज कंप्लीटेड। सेकंड कार्बन में CH एंड देन Br। इसके बाद वाला आने वाला ना जनरली ऐसे ही रहता है, यू विल हैव कार्बन एंड देन द Br, सो द Br विल बी अटैच्ड टू द सेकंड कार्बन एटम, है ना। द थर्ड कार्बन एटम इट हैज ओनली वन CH, तो यहाँ पे NH2 लग जाएगा। डज दिस मेक सेंस हाउ टू गो फ्रॉम द कंडेंस टू बॉन्ड लाइन,
Yes.
है ना। चलिए एक एग्जांपल हम लोग देखते हैं। वी आर गोइंग टू राइट द कंडेंस एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू राइट द बॉन्ड लाइन। तो कंडेंस में लेट सपोज वी आर हैविंग CH3 एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू हैव लेट सपोज ऐसे करते हैं CH3 होल थ्राइस, ठीक है, समझिएगा, है ना, कोशिश कीजिएगा। एंड देन वी विल राइट CH, नहीं कार्बन, सिर्फ कार्बन, कार्बन उसके बाद CH2 एंड देन उसके बाद लेट अस सपोज CH, है ना। और CH यहाँ पे ऐसे ट्वाइस है, फाइन, CH यहाँ पे क्या है, ट्वाइस। एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू हैव लेट सपोज CH एंड देन C एंड देन CH। थोड़ा ज्यादा टफ हो गया आप लोग के लिए, लेकिन फिर भी थोड़ा कोशिश करेंगे हम लोग, फाइन। वी आर गोइंग टू ट्राई अ फ्यू थिंग्स। देखिए यहाँ पे सबसे पहले इस एग्जांपल को एक दो बार कर लीजिएगा आप लोग, ठीक है ना। फिर वी आर गोइंग टू, बीच में तो कार्बन है आपके पास, ठीक है। देन हियर वी हैव थ्री कार्बन एटम्स लाइक दिस, CH3, CH3, CH3। देन इसके बाद वी हैव CH2। नाउ CH2 इट नीड्स हाउ मेनी मोर बॉन्ड्स, एक बॉन्ड, दो बॉन्ड, कितना बॉन्ड चाहिए CH2 को?
One.
वन बॉन्ड,
Single bond.
सिंगल बॉन्ड, हाँ सिंगल बॉन्ड ही चाहिए अब, है ना। अब इस कार्बन पे आ जाएगा CH एंड देन CH, ठीक है। फिर से यहाँ पे क्या आ गया CH एंड देन हियर व्हाट वी आर हैविंग, हियर वी आर हैविंग ओनली कार्बन। इसमें यहाँ पे CH2 होगा शायद, हाँ CH2, दिस विल बी CH2। So CH, CH, and then we have CH2, and then we have carbon, and then we have carbon, and then we have one hydrogen. ठीक है। Now which of the carbon atoms their valency has not been satisfied? तो देख लेते हैं जरा। This carbon atom this has four bonds, है ना, एक दो तीन चार। This carbon atom two bonds and two hydrogen, four bonds. This carbon atom it is only having, no problem Shaima, I will give you time, अभी इसको समझिए, ठीक है ना, no problem, अभी इसको समझिए, ठीक है। This carbon atom it is only having three bonds. There are two bonds like this and one bond with hydrogen atom. तो जैसे यहाँ पे हमने देखा तो इसका तो चार ऑलरेडी हो चुका है, here it will make the double bond because now you can see both the carbon atoms they are having four bonds. What about this carbon atom? It is already having four bonds, two bonds here, and there are two hydrogens, so four bonds is completed. And what about this two carbon atoms? This is having only this is only having two bonds. This one is also having two bonds, so double bond, दो bond की जरूरत है इसको, तो triple bond कर दीजिए। Now the balance is satisfied, ठीक है। So this is how you have to draw it. Copy कीजिए, let me know once you're done.
Sir, can you scroll up?
हाँ sure. Mainly we are going to use bond line structure, तो आपको जो होमवर्क हम देंगे ना that will be regarding bond line structure only, ना। क्लास इज ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीट, ऑलमोस्ट क्लास हो ही चुका है। Raise your hand, let me know once you're done, raise your hand once you're done। Good. Very good. Write the question. Count the number of hydrogens for each carbon atom in following. ठीक है? So this will be your homework. ठीक है? इसमें से इस मॉलिक्यूल को आप इग्नोर कर दिए. You don't have to do this one. Alhamdulillah, excuse me guys. Sorry. एक और चीज आपको बता देते हैं. if you have ट्रिपल बॉन्ड ना, तो यहाँ पे this is one carbon, this is another carbon. ठीक है? चलिए. That's it for today. इतना करके रखिएगा प्लीज, है ना? And we are going to meet on Thursday now.